That's what the going rate is.
Oh, the chocolate covered strawberries are wonderful.
Yeah.
You're disgusting. Oh my gosh. That is how you get COVID.
That was good. I'm giving myself COVID is what it is. You don't even know look at my fingers.
If you're gonna lick his fingers and put it back in the food.
Off to a good start. You want to cheers up?
Let's cheers
gents,
up and let's light this.
with some red wine.
What's this called, Chad?
We'll get into it.
Wine.
I can't.
Soto is questioning his entire existence.
That's good enough. That's good enough.
Out of 27 episodes, this is the one I chose.
Yep. Everyone makes mistakes.
That's a wonderful time.
And this is yours.
Oh my, that's really good.
Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther, coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas. We've got an amazing show for you today here on episode, what is this, 27?
Yeah, something like that.
It's episode 27, yeah. We've got a special guest here, Soto. You want to say hey?
Oh, hey-oh.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy, and let's get into it. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Tim.
And we are
the
Funky Panther!
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Hey, boys doing?
Man, so good.
Me too, man.
I feel wonderful because guess what?
What?
Tomorrow's my birthday.
Boo!
Tomorrow's my birthday, and I'm going on vacation.
Nice.
The vacation part's cool. Literally no one cares
No
about
one
your
asked
birthday.
about your birthday.
I care about your birthday, Tim.
You lying.
He's lying.
I'm lying.
Hey, he comes on for free.
He comes on what?
Y'all gonna have to
So-
pay me now.
So what have y'all been up to this past week? It's been about a week and a half. We had 2 episodes drop last week, just because we were kind of traveling through New Braunfels, Austin, and San Antonio. Had an awesome episode with Jesus all the way from Egypt. We had an episode with our buddy Jared. Second time Jared's been on. He hosted us at his place down in San Antonio. We ate, we drank, we got a little silly, and then we did that one chip challenge, which was an absolute shit show. I did okay. I did all right. You on the other hand did not do so great.
Well, my salvia, my syllabical glands
I don't think that's the right word.
went overdrive. It was really horrible, and it wasn't as bad, for a while. After a while,
Yeah. He just said like, I need a towel, and no one knew why, and then he just like starts drooling
like the drool
uncontrollably.
was like a faucet you turn on. I was like this, and it was just coming down, and they're like, "Holy fuck! What the fuck, man? What's wrong with you?"
And
It's like
we
crying
split
out of
that
my
chip in
mouth.
half.
Yeah.
Like that was only half the chip.
A third. We each ate a third.
Well, no.
Would you say
Jared
that-
got a little piece? You and I basically took half of that each. Yeah.
and he threw up.
Would you say that that chip was not treating yourself?
It was
No.
it was the opposite of treating yourself. That's basically just straight up hurting yourself.
You did. You handled it really well.
Well, thank you.
Out of everyone, Chad handled it like a man.
I had to stand up for my American, Texan, Mexican roots. You know what I mean?
Mexican.
Yeah.
What?
Look, you can go. Have we talked about the trade?
This was like 14 years ago.
No, we've never
but
talked
have
about
we
the
talked
trade.
about the trade on the podcast?
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't.
Why don't you get into it and show the people why I was able to eat the one chip challenge a little bit better than you?
I'm not going to say why, but we traded him for Mundo and the Alamo because we hate San Antonio.
There was a race draft, is what it was.
Yeah.
Race draft.
Like the Chappelle Show back in the day. If you haven't seen the Chappelle Show, they had like a race draft, and they had one for me. They swapped me out for another guy who was Mexican, and so basically, long story short, I'm Mexican now. It's just the way it is, and so like it, love it, leave it, whatever. Here I
Honorary
am.
Mexican.
Yeah, exactly.
Adopted by the Mexicans.
Exactly.
From our friend group.
Which are what matter to us currently, right?
Yeah, they're actually the only ones that matter.
Right.
The rest of the world does not matter at all. Our friends matter.
Right. That's true. So what about you, Tim? What have you been up to this past week?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Oh.
So I went to a wonderful wedding over the weekend.
Oh,
It
did
was-
you?
Yeah, I
had
did.
no idea.
It was great. We went out to the middle of nowhere in Navarro County.
Okay.
Navarro or
Navarro?
Navarro.
I think I can help this whole Navarro situation.
Oh, Jesse corrects me every time if I go Navarro because it's Navarro, and that's where she's from. And her cousin got married. We went to Kearns, or as the locals call it, Kearns.
That was the same. You said the same thing twice.
Kearns, pretty much. Kearns.
Okay.
So we went out, in the middle of nowhere. It was a beautiful ceremony. There were a bunch of bikers there, so
Okay.
we had like a lot of motorcycles revving and all that stuff. So that was fun, and music was great. Food was wonderful. It was just a good time. About 2-hour drive from the Metroplex. So
Cool.
that kind of sucked, but
Sounds fun.
open bar.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Was there a bonfire? I feel like that's the type of place there would be a bonfire.
There was not a bonfire.
Okay.
We had the bonfire like the previous weekend or whatever, and
in the same place, like a pre-wedding bonfire.
Like there was bonfire was Halloween. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
But no, it was great. I enjoyed it. So what about you, Chad?
I went to Broken Bow this past weekend, which was a really good time. I went with my parents, my brother, and then my wife, Tab. And we, last time the only other time I've been to Broken Bow is when we went to Broken Bow for Roy's bachelor party. Was that a couple of years ago?
It was.
It was like the beginning of May. And there was 12 of us or so, a bunch of guys. We had a ginormous cabin. It was just huge. Like we all had our own bedrooms. There was a hot tub. Somehow we all fit in that hot tub. There was about a foot of water left.
Dude, that was a 7-person hot tub, and we put 14 guys in there.
It was way too many. We drank a whole lot of craft beer. We gambled a little bit.
Hold on, go back on the craft beer thing because Danny. His setup that he brought was
so you and I were brewing at the time, and we brought bottles on bottles. We had juice box and some of our best ones that we ever brewed. And then Danny pops up with this long ass cooler. It had to have been a 4 or 5 foot cooler, and he just propped it up on its side, and he had a 5-gallon keg in there filled with some beer that he brewed. And so we had our own keg set up there on the back patio. We had shows. We had a pool table. It was just the entire weekend was just nuts. We didn't do a whole lot except for drinking at the cabin.
And you know what's funny is that's a perfect trip for COVID.
Oh yeah.
You get 10 people, or we had more than that, but a small group all held up in a cabin, having a good time, drinking, and that's it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this time though, when it's actually COVID, it was insanely packed. It was so packed. And I was thinking, okay, why is it so packed? One, it could be because more people are hearing about how beautiful Broken Bow is, because it really is. It's only 3 hours away, and you've got a park where you can go trout fishing, you can go hiking. There's bald eagles and black bears in this park. It seems like you're in Colorado or something, but you're just 3 hours away. But it could also be that people aren't wanting to fly or go anywhere. So we noticed there was a ton of people from North Texas. There's a lot of Texas license plates, a lot of people talking about we overheard someone talking about Joe T. Garcia's, and we're oh, they must be from Fort Worth. And so definitely a lot of people from North Texas going up there just to get away. So it was kind of packed. We went out a little bit, but not a whole lot, because when we did go out, I guess it doesn't really matter. Whatever, do whatever you want to do. But we were the only ones wearing our masks and didn't feel super comfortable. We're not going to be, locked up in our house and have to stay inside all the time. But also, if you're going to go out, we want to be considerate of others and also safe. And it just didn't feel like that, but it is what it is. We still had a fantastic time. Did some fly fishing, got some canoes and went out on the Beavers Bend River, which is super clear. The water is so clear. But really good getaway. I actually, so we went to a grocery store. They've got a grocery store called Pruitt's. We went to Walmart, and it was a small Walmart, and they were packed. It was so packed that you couldn't even really walk down the aisles. People were trying to back out to go back up and down the aisles. It was kind of nuts. But then we found the grocery store called Pruitt's, and we're walking out. And Tab, my wife Tab, she found this newspaper article that I wanted to read for y'all. She just pointed out and laughed because she thought it was kind of insane. And I took a picture of it. And then on the way home, I actually read through it. So here's the headline of the front page. This is the front page news of McCurtain County.
Quit banging into stuff, you jackass.
McCurtain Gazette News.
Goddamn.
And so this is front page news. It says, 2 meth users call officers because they are scared.
That's it?
That's the headline.
Hey, man, I've ran that call before.
God.
That's the headline. And so reading down, it said 2 men are arrested in separate cases after each injected meth, became afraid, and called deputies, reports indicate. And so on one of these scenarios, a Golden man, I guess Golden is maybe an area up there, set fire to his own house because he thought he heard his roommates talking about killing him. He told deputies. The man also said this occurred after injecting methamphetamine. He said he had shot meth that morning and overheard his roommates talking about cutting his throat and throwing him in the river. After hearing that, he said he set fire to his bed and came from his room holding a machete and yelling This is awful. It's front page news. Yelling that the house was on fire, and then he proceeded to call 911 and ran to his brother's house right afterward nearby. So that's one case. There was two cases completely separate.
Oh, I thought they were the same.
No,
Like,
this is not.
okay.
So in a separate case,
Oh,
in another case, a Broken Bow man called deputies and said he was afraid because he had an erection that lasted more than 4 hours after injecting meth. The 31-year-old man said he regularly injects meth, but always has an anxiety attack immediately afterward. You'd think he'd learn, but apparently not. Anxiety is not that big of a deal if you're a meth user, I guess. Officers arrested the man for meth possession and public intoxication. Deputies, state troopers, and a game warden successfully located a suicidal man who left his wife in Eagleton. I don't know, it goes on. But like there was two separate issues where both people injected meth, both were scared, and both called the police for separate instances.
All right. Let me just tell you this. So I got a call for a dude that he was choking, and we get on scene, and he's choking on peanut butter, he says.
What?
He says.
Yeah. So he was blitzed out of his mind, did a bunch of edibles, got hungry, got some peanut butter, like Chase style. Spoonful of peanut butter, right? And his mouth was like so dry, and he was having a hard time getting like the peanut butter to go down. And so I was like, "Hey man, why don't you just get like a glass of milk and take a sip?"
Yeah.
Dude, eyes lit up. He's like, "I didn't think about that." Ran back inside the house. That was it, man. Like, we were like, "Okay, cool. He doesn't want to deal with us anymore." But
I would just assume the majority of your calls are like you talking somebody through something like that's that common and easy, and then you get to go.
It's not always like that, but we do have those wonderful times where it's just like, hey, why don't you just, have you tried putting a Band-Aid on it? When it comes to like drugs, we get some weird ones, and the weed one, like dude never had edibles before, ate a bunch. And
that's usually what happens with that.
yeah, edibles kind of hit you late, and yeah.
You just keep taking them and you think you're fine, and then they hit you. Is that the deal?
That's what I heard. And that's what I've seen. I've seen it happen like that.
Yeah.
So but I think it's funny that your story made front page news.
It was the front page news. It was right there in front of the grocery store. Like any man, woman, and child can walk past this little newsstand and look at this newspaper and read everything I just read to y'all. That's real life.
Yeah, it's probably just normal everyday occurrence in what was it, McCurtain County? Or
you could definitely tell who the locals were. I'm not trying to talk crap, but you could definitely tell who was there and who was coming from out of the area. But yeah.
But that's wild because that's like what people need to know. You know what I mean? Like they need to know they got a couple meth heads in the area.
It couldn't have been about the weather or like how trout are better this year because of blah. No, it's just like two meth heads were scared.
Like Danny Smith overdosed on meth today. He ran around and started stabbing his penis with a syringe.
What?
I don't think they went that far.
No?
Yeah, no. I mean, it was bad, but I mean, come on, man. So, hey, Soto.
Oh, hey, how's it going, guys? Oh, hi, guys.
How are you doing?
Good.
Long time listener, first time joining
Caller?
us. Yeah.
Yeah. First time, long time.
So, known Soto for almost 10 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
We worked with each other at the company for a long time. We both still work there, but like separately. We are no longer the lovers that we once were, right?
This is true.
Long distance.
He left me.
Well,
He's a whore is what he is.
You're not wrong.
so what have you been up to? How's life?
Life is good. Just with the family.
Yeah.
Just taking care of crazy COVID stuff. So just trying to get through it.
You got a newborn?
Newborn?
Ish. It's a baby.
Yeah, he's actually.
It's a baby.
It's a baby.
It's a baby.
It's a baby. He'll be 9 months next month. I mean, I'm sorry, next week. But yeah, it's
nice.
crazy. Just COVID world, dealing with a newborn, and just your life just totally changes.
How's it like having an older child and now a baby?
Oh God, those are two separate worlds.
Because how old is she? She's like 14?
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You think she would help out a little bit more? I mean, but at first she was super excited. Oh, I'm going to take care of it.
Now you said it. It's a he.
Well, you know what I mean. The thought process is because she said the same thing about her cat, and guess who has to take care of that? But
right.
She just but no, she is a good help. When we got like a run to the store or something, or she just comes home from school and she plays with them a little bit. She's great with them.
Nice. That's good. And that's it. That's just work, family,
Yeah.
COVID life.
Honestly, yeah, work. I mean, I don't have time for really anything else. I mean, he takes, majority of our time. Then,
Yeah, I can imagine.
Just trying to balance, work life, balance.
So why are you here?
That's the question we've all been asking and wondering ourselves.
Honestly, I thought I was signing up for y'all's OnlyFans, but then chat says I got to come on. I'm like, okay.
Come on, what?
You already did that, Joe.
I?
Yeah.
Hi-yo.
Damn it all.
No, but seriously, like, I like what you guys are doing. I kind of binged, listened to all your episodes. I kind of got into it late, but listened to it. Thought what y'all are doing was really cool. I wouldn't say it's like a bucket list per se, but I've always wanted to do it. And now maybe I can just download the episode and stop listening to you guys.
Oh, wait, what? No, what?
Oh, sorry, guys.
Whoa.
Well, you know what? You don't actually don't have to listen to us as long as you just let it play through.
Okay, just
All
the way
We
down.
get the downloads.
As long as the people listen from episodes 10 on.
Yeah, everybody download the episodes. Just keep doing that. You don't have to listen to us anymore if you don't want to. That's fine. But just go ahead and keep downloading them.
Yeah.
Right.
We're trying to build that empire.
Yeah.
I don't care if you listen to us.
Cocaine on my table.
Just get those plays.
Comical amount.
No,
No,
we're not
I thought
doing
that's
that.
That was the goal.
That's never been the goal.
No.
It's been the goal the whole time.
Yeah. See, can't look at him. Look at that mustache. Isn't that the mustache of a man who wants to do like a comical amount of
Dude,
coke?
I can't with this robe and that mustache.
Well,
You look like this was a mistake. Y'all got like these silk robes. Soto and I are on these like plush bad boys.
Me and Tim are kind of like.
I got a hoodie so I can get real cozy next to this fire.
Was I supposed to wear underwear under this?
No. Are y'all?
Just making sure.
I'm wearing some silky shorts that match my robe.
I'm wearing
Nice.
these here.
Crocs.
Crocs.
I'm wearing these Crocs. That's it.
Why would you show people? Are you proud of that?
Fuck yeah! These are my Crocs.
Dude, you love those
I
Crocs.
love my Crocs.
are my Crocs.
Hey, didn't you
These are my Crocs.
didn't you have those Yeezy like the slipper things? That
Oh yeah, they're in the other
slides?
but they don't fit you, right?
They don't. No,
They're really narrow.
They
I don't
are.
think they fit
I
anybody
got big
because
ass feet. Anthony wears them all the time.
Oh, really?
He has a pair, and Natasha hates it. Natasha's always like, "You need to tell your best friend he needs to fucking stop wearing those. Buy him shoes, please. He looks terrible. Like he wears them everywhere. Fucking guy." Anyways, hey, we got this caviar that's been sitting here. We should probably eat.
Well, we haven't really gone through and said what we're doing. Like we're here in robes.
True.
Just trying to set the scene out there for the people that are just listening in and not watching us currently on Twitch. So we've got a whole smorgasbord in front of us. We've got Blue Label, we've got red wine, champagne, Macallan, we've got caviar, we've got a whole charcuterie spread with like strawberries, pickles, grapes, different cheeses and meats. Chocolate covered strawberries,
pinwheels yeah.
that Jesse made, and they're absolutely amazing. And so, like, we're trying to, there's a lot of stuff going on these days, whether it be politics or holidays or now, COVID is spiking once again, and honestly, the worst it has all year, right? And so there's a lot of things going on, and so we felt that it just seemed appropriate for us to treat ourselves.
treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Sometimes you just need to stop. Let it all go. Turn off the news, turn off your phone, turn off whatever. Well, don't turn off your phone. Probably how you're listening to us right now. Otherwise, turn that shit off and just, treat yourself.
Charcuterie
Treat
board.
yourself.
Treat yourself.
So
Chocolate covered strawberries.
Treat yourself.
Caviar.
treat yourself.
Fancy wines.
Treat yourself.
All that shit.
And we gonna treat ourselves.
And
That's right. I want to treat myself by eating one of these.
Yeah,
caviars.
so Javier got 3 different kinds of caviar from our local Central Market, and none of us have had caviar. Wait, which one did you pop? The red one?
Yeah.
This one I think was like the red
Holy shit,
salmon.
that's really delicious.
Is it?
Yeah.
which one? The red one?
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
Really salty.
I don't hate it.
Is this something you would do again?
I mean, if it was there, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not going to go out and buy it.
Yeah.
Look, we did it with just toast, right? To actually get the flavor. But a lot of times you would put something else on it, right?
Wait a second.
Don't
No,
people
I
put
don't
like a
think
little
so.
No.
No?
But I think they get like different flavored toast and stuff. It's like not necessarily just plain
This
toast.
is plain toast.
Normally it goes on a cracker though, doesn't it? Not toast.
No, it's like a little I Googled it.
Okay.
maybe like a little rye bread action.
It said little toast is the best way to do it. And so we got little toast.
These are little toast.
Very good.
Okay.
Nice and salty.
Okay, so what was the next size down? It was like a black one, but they're still
The black one that's bunched together, not the one that's like separate.
Looks like jam.
Yeah. This one.
Okay. Which one was that one?
I don't know.
One right there. Yep.
Lumpfish or some shit like that.
What the fuck is a lumpfish?
I don't know. Fish with a lump. Fuck.
All right, okay.
Am I a fucking fishologist, Tim?
Here we go.
Fuck.
Cheers.
All right.
Slightly less salty. Mm-hmm.
That one's better.
I do
Straight
like
up tastes like I'm eating fish.
Yeah, really. Nom, 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 nom.
I don't know how I feel about
Nom,
it.
nom, nom. I like it. God damn.
I don't hate it.
Like,
I mean,
I like
it is very fishy. A lot of times people want to get away from the fishy flavor. It is fishy,
Like I like fish,
but it's good.
that one's better. That was better than the other one.
Oh my.
It's almost like a sardine.
Yeah.
You know, like sardines are
Yeah, okay,
pretty
yeah, I'll
fishy.
give it. Yeah, the other one was more like a what's that one that's really salty?
Like a French fry.
Oh, saltfish.
Yes, the stuff they put on pizza, anchovy.
Oh, anchovy.
It had like that kind of anchovy-esque taste.
Got it.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Okay,
All right, last
and then
but not
we've got
least.
one more we're going to try here.
All right.
You all disgust me, by the way.
Okay.
That one's really good.
Yeah.
So what was the cheapest one?
I don't know. The red one was the most expensive one.
Really?
That was one I like the
Salmon.
least.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was too salty in my opinion. Having the other one.
This last one, I think we had them in order of my favorite. Like the red was the bunched up one was okay, the jammy, and then the little tiny eggs that we just had, that was delicious.
Soto, you got to try it, man. Is there a reason why? Or
I mean, it's kind of like Chad said, go away from the fishiness. I don't do fishy stuff.
Soto doesn't do anything new. Soto
That's a
does
lie.
things that Soto is comfortable with. I took Soto to this really delicious Indian
Here we
food
go.
place one time, and he had I think the same thing I had, and it was really tasty. And he was just like, "I'm never eating this again." And I paid for it because I felt so bad. I felt so bad that I brought you somewhere that you just hated.
Let me tell you, he did that on purpose.
Let me tell
a
you,
free
He did.
meal.
It was really good. He took it home and ate it. He's like, "Oh, this is so good," but Chad paid for it.
no. You ever seen Vegas Vacation where he's like, hey, let me get some of the yellow? Like, that's kind of what it was. It's just something there.
Like
that-
slop.
Yeah, just slop.
Look,
Yeah.
I mean,
was just like
some of those curries on the rice and stuff, it looks like slop. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to. We hand that over. Yeah, some of those buffets just have just the curries, and you don't really get to try some of the other stuff. So not cracking open beers this time, but we do have, and this is going to sound weird, but in Spain they do a mix of like dry, like a good red wine mixed with, and this is not, and it's Beringer, it's not a fancy red wine, but red wine like half and half with Coke. And it's called a Calimoco or Calimoto or something like that. And that's primarily how they, like if you go to a restaurant in Barcelona or something like that, you can always get your wine served that way. It's either that or like sangria.
Like I feel
times.
like real wine aficionados would probably snub their nose to that.
Oh yeah, for sure. You just poured wine and Coke in the same glass.
But it's delicious.
It is really good, right?
Speaking of Coke concoctions that I'm looking forward to,
Yeah.
Coke Cafe.
Bro.
Coke Cafe.
it's coming back
So
out.
do you remember Coke Black? Do you remember that being a thing? Like flashback to like maybe like early 2000s, mid 2000s.
No.
Little bitty bottle. There's a little bitty black bottle. It said Coke Black, BLAK.
No.
Okay. Well,
Doesn't ring a bell.
it's Coke and coffee.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
And supposedly, Chad, you said that it's big in Mexico?
Well, whenever
Or
I was
Mexico
I was in Mexico City for Dia de los Muertos last year, and they had it at like all the 7-Elevens, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. It just like, instead of getting your coffee in the morning, it's like a Coke Zero mixed with coffee, really. And it tastes much better than I would have thought it would have tasted.
So it's
I
coming
had that every morning.
Yeah, and they're bringing it back out in the United States.
January.
That's literally what we've been talking about. Where have you been?
I've been getting food.
2021. It's already going to start off with a bang.
So
Dude,
now
I'm
that we're on
stoked.
the subject of Coca-Cola, Chad did say earlier that Tim's birthday is on tomorrow.
Well,
Wednesday.
Tim said Tim's birthday.
Tim said his
we
birthday
said
was
we didn't
tomorrow.
give a shit.
We don't give a shit.
No, that's
we
correct.
don't give a flying fuck.
But we
But
kind of do.
We
We
kind
kind
of
of
do.
do.
So,
Go ahead and
in honor of our friend,
what we kind of think is a friendship here. But while he went, yeah. So like ever since Mexico City, I've been looking for these Coke cafes, and they're like you can't find them anywhere. They were
what the
only
fuck?
They were tested in 2 places. It was like Mexico City and somewhere in Europe. Yeah, you got to get this on the camera, dude. Are you on the camera? Hey-o!
Ice cold Coca-Cola.
A whole case of Coca-Cola
case of it.
just for you. There's something else in there for you. You think we just give you Coke?
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, boy, you got iced.
Jesus.
You know about getting iced, right?
Yeah, is that still a thing? Like, I'm old.
I mean, when you're grown ass men that still act like your children.
Listen, it's not still a thing, except it's still a thing with us.
But doesn't it seem like the world's just bringing everything back? Like movies.
Oh, for
music,
sure.
Like everything.
So for those of you that may be listening that, you might not know what getting iced is all about. So if you have a Smirnoff Ice, which just tastes amazing, it's one of the best tasting alcoholic beverages that you can get. You hide that Smirnoff Ice. Here he goes. He's chugging it. He's chugging it. Let's see how quickly he can chug this bad boy down.
The rope just takes it to another level. It really does. This is iced on a new level.
Open that gullet, baby.
Man, he is almost done. Oh, man. He mic'd the biked it.
God damn it.
So close. Good job, sir. Give him a little. Hooray! Where are the kids at?
Oh, man.
Where are the kids?
I will say that I finished that faster than Mike.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. So let me go back to getting iced. If you have a Smirnoff Ice and you this delicious malt beverage that you can get from the grocery store, and you hide it somewhere for a friend or acquaintance or someone that you absolutely hate, and they find it, then they now have to get on one knee, open that Smirnoff Ice up, and chug it. That's getting iced. And so our buddy Tim here, we got him a big ass suitcase of ice cold Coca-Cola paired up with just a Smirnoff just to throw him off his
Only
game.
because he loves that ice cold Coca-Cola in the morning.
Yeah.
I do.
He has to have it.
I love a nice.
And now you got 24
cold
of them,
Coke. I
buddy.
can't wait. So I can't wait till that Coke Cafe comes out because that's gonna be my new morning drink.
Okay, well, you have to drink one of those a day until Coke Cafe comes out.
Oh my God.
So this whole episode's about treating yourselves, and we
Yeah.
kind of got off on it, but
Gross.
I get off on it all the time.
let me just ask you,
Gross.
how do you treat yourself, Chad?
That's a good question. Let me act like I didn't write this down ahead of time and think for a moment. Let me ponder. What are ways that I treat myself? Well, one of those ways is by buying shit on Amazon. I always find things that I want to buy, whether it be for like backpacking or fishing or traveling or shit around the house, but I always save it for later, just until I feel like I need that moment to buy myself something. And then when I feel like I need to treat myself, I'll buy it right off my save for later list. Okay, who's the idiot now? That's one of the ways. Another way is research, plan, and booking a trip. Not just booking the trip, but like the research, I love.
Research, plan,
the planning,
book a trip.
I love. And then actually booking it is fantastic. I mean, going on the trip is good too, but that's probably better than actually going on the trip.
Okay.
Haircut and beard trim, which I have an appointment at my favorite, most of our favorite barbershops.
Yep, I think we all go there. except-
District
well,
Barbershop.
Soto probably doesn't, but
Yeah, Soto down in, he probably doesn't go because he lives in Burleson, but District Barbershop here in Fort Worth. Go see them. I've been going there for 6 years now.
Well, you've been
I
going
think.
with Kiko.
Yeah, Kiko, because he used to be at another shop, and then he and Edward started their own spot at District, and now they've got 3 shops open up, and you two get cut by Edward. I go to Kiko. They've got a whole shop. Everyone there does such a phenomenal job. You sit down, you grab a beer, you get your beard trim, hot towel on the face, and cut hair and everything. It's just like it's awesome. Like the whole deal.
Like a great conversation too.
Yeah.
Like it's just like your regular.
Everyone's just shooting the shit
Yeah.
and like laughing, and you're watching shows or listen to some good music.
it's just like going to like one of those barbershops that you saw on TV.
Right.
Like really, like everybody's just like,
You mean like Barbershop the movie?
yeah. But like all the guys,
movie barbershop.
no, not just like that. But all the guys are just like fucking with each other, just like making fun of, like dogging on everybody.
Yeah.
It's great.
And a lot of times you run into people, too. Like I've run into you there. Like
Yeah.
not even, we didn't expect it. We're like, oh, hey, what's going on? So that's another way. My favorite meal at Riata. Like if I feel like I've had a bad week or a good week, it probably once a year, maybe twice a year, we'll go to Riata and we'll get the tenderloin tamales. We'll get ourselves some like nice cocktail beverages. We'll Tab and I will split the cheese enchilada on the carne asada, which is it's good enough food for 2 people. Like it's a lot of food.
I got it all for myself.
I know you did. I don't know how you did that. And we usually split that, and then we go for the It's like a bread pudding tamale, and basically it just tastes like a hot chocolate chip cookie with ice cream on top.
Kind of like a little bit gooey. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, so good.
Ooh, I like it gooey.
Dead silence. And then lastly, I was trying to think of a fifth thing, and I realized that I've got all of these gift cards that I never use, and they're just like stacking up. And so I've decided that the week after Thanksgiving, I'm going to stack up all those gift cards and not spend any money and just use all the gift cards all week and find in just a free week to treat myself with things that I'm probably going to forget about if I don't use anyway. What about you, Tim?
Well, I'm glad you asked me.
Got some more of that wine and
Coke
while he's going.
I'm always a fan of buying I love like new gadgets and whatnot, whether it's electronics or whatever. So I recently treated myself to an upgraded phone. I don't upgrade every year. I went from the iPhone 10 to iPhone 12. So I treated myself. I'm really wanting the new Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really wanting the new Xbox.
Not the PS5. Everyone's been wanting the PS5.
Everyone wants a PS5, but I want the new Xbox.
I want to play with the sex box.
I'm not going to get it right away because obviously you got to wait for like the glitches and all that stuff to be fixed and stuff and get that. Yeah. I've also been eyeing some new truck parts. I just recently put a lift on my truck. I'm a new truck owner, so you got to do truck things now. So I bought a lift for my truck, so I kind of treat myself there. But I'm always looking for that new part. I also really enjoyed like taking a day and just doing whatever the fuck I want. So whether that be me sleeping or
that's usually what it is, though, right?
Watching TV. I've been on a Rick and Morty kick lately. I've started watching it from the beginning. Or just playing video games and not worrying about doing a damn thing. Dude, I just love having like a day like that. Having amazing steak dinner. Like I'm talking top shelf steak.
Like where? Where are we talking?
B&B Butchers.
Oh, yeah. That place does have good steak.
Best steak I've ever had. It was stupid expensive bill. Birthday for, I don't remember what year is that, 32, 33, something like that. 34, I don't know. Anyways, best steak I've ever had.
Have you ever been there, Soto?
I have not.
You like steak, right?
Oh, I love steak.
Yeah. B&B Butchers over there in Clear Fork.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's a little bit pricey, but they've got like every cut of steak. Their brunch is great. Their steak's good. Their burger.
I had like it was like a 60-day aged,
Dry aged.
yeah. And I think it was a
like a $70 steak.
dude. It was more than that.
God.
Jesus.
It was stupid expensive.
Soto, do you think when you make steaks, do you think that you make them better than how you would get it at a restaurant? Like, do you ever think that? Like, oh, why am I going to eat the steak if I can make it better?
I would probably say no, but just something about cooking your own food just makes it, I don't know, better.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just can't seem to get it exactly the way a restaurant would make it.
I was telling the boys here, so I didn't put on weight just because I was putting on weight. Jessie moves in. She's a hell of a cook, makes good food, and here's the deal: she makes this carbonara. It's probably the best carbonara I've ever had. And then she got this new Le Creuset.
I don't know what that is.
It's a brazier, but it's like a cast iron enamel.
Like a Chevy Brazier?
Yeah. So it heats up really well. And everything tastes
my favorite one.
Everything tastes so much better in it. And she made that, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's like the best thing ever. It's so fattening. It's got like all like the heavy cream and all that stuff in there, bacon. Yeah. Oh, but it's so good.
But it's not steak, right?
No, it's not. I'm just saying, like, that's one.
We were talking about steak.
Well, no, we were talking about like food that you cook yourself, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, with like that's just like takes the cake. But I will say that I cannot cook a steak nearly as good as B&B Butchers. I can't cook a steak nearly as good as fucking Applebee's, really. Probably about the same as Applebee's. But if I'm not going to do B&B Butchers, I honestly, I wouldn't mind going to like Saltgrass or Hofbrau's, a little bit more affordable.
Yeah.
Still really good steak. And
Absolutely.
so I treat myself with a big hunk of meat. And then once a year, I try to take a vacation, like a cruise, or go to an all-inclusive place. So I have two things. I like to do trips and I like to do vacations, and they're two separate things. Trips are going with Chad because Chad wants to go. And I feel like that's a trip. Like you're going to see a bunch of stuff. You're going to do a bunch of stuff. Vacations are me sitting on the beach, someone bringing me drinks, and not doing a damn thing.
Wearing this robe.
wearing
I
this
want to
robe.
see you in this robe on the beach somewhere now.
I want to be on the robe. I want to be in the robe on the beach somewhere. Like, that just sounds so wonderful. But yeah, so Javier, what do you do to treat
Actually, I want to hear
yourself?
Soto. I want to hear Sotos.
You want to hear Sotos?
me
Okay,
too.
let's go Sotos. What do you do to treat yourself?
Man, what do I do? Honestly, none of you jerks have kids, so a night away from the kids, that's treating myself. Like,
Like this right now?
Yeah. Well, more like, grab the lady, go out to dinner, kind of like you said, just treat yourself, enjoy a nice meal and just to get away. Because kids it's tough raising kids, man. Honestly, they take all your time, all your money. God, those crumb catchers. Jesus. But yeah, it's funny that, Tim said Xbox. I honestly want to go get a PS5. And I'm honestly surprised I didn't order one, like pre-order one, but trying to get one online is like impossible now. So
Yeah.
if it comes along, it'll come along. I'll treat myself to that.
Yeah, man.
Another thing I like to do, little minor maintenance. I haven't done it in a while, but since my eyebrows are so thick, I'll get, I'll have Katie wax them, every now and then, and it just makes the world of difference. Nothing major. I don't like shape them or anything.
You do the whole waxing thing?
Yeah. Like
So,
she'll wax them.
I used to go to a barbershop that did waxing, and they asked me if I wanted it. I was like, I guess. Like, I'd never had it done before. Dude, I cried.
Dude, yeah.
It brought some, like, it wasn't like it hurt really bad.
Right.
But it's weird. Like, they pull that wax strip off, and all of a sudden, like, you have tears come out of your eye. I'm like, oh my gosh, what the fuck?
This isn't happening on purpose.
Yeah. So,
I'm a man.
And I have like oily skin, so like she'll pull it and nothing will come out. So she'll have to do it again. But it just makes the world a difference. But yeah, honestly, I'm a simple man with simple pleasures, so I don't do a whole lot. My kids, they're the world to me, so that's treating myself already. Watching them grow, and I am not trying to make this sentimental. It's just
Spoken like a
happening.
true family man.
Yeah. Don't play the kids.
Get
Don't
that?
play
Get
the kids.
that?
Are you slow clapping for being a dad?
No, congrats to him.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. Especially not on this episode. Wearing that. Like, what are you doing?
Is this how this is going to be?
Plush
Are
robe.
we going to start
Oh,
rubbing each other?
God.
All right, come on, rub the tip. Come on, Tim, rub the tip.
You like that?
Y'all don't want to know what's going on under the table. I'll just tell you that right now.
That robe is soft.
I told you, dude.
Damn.
It's amazing.
Last thing, though, getting together with friends, just getting out and enjoying life. I think, God, it's been a while, but the last time we hung out, I'm kind of bummed that they didn't get to have it this year, but Beer Fest, that was something that I look forward to every
true
single
that.
year.
Yeah.
I missed out on last year's.
I thought you went to last year.
I didn't go last year's.
Maybe it was the year before.
Year before.
Yeah.
That just shows you how many I go to. Like,
You're there every year.
Yeah,
I'm there every year.
every year. It's just amazing.
Yeah, Katie's big in the whole, like, this is her line of work, so
Yeah.
she's always
Yeah, she was getting in
With the hookup.
always with the hookup.
But yeah, we even like made a game out of it and everything, and it was just fun times. And we can't do it anymore. So
Well, not this year.
not this year, but
and
yeah.
probably not next year. And we'll see.
Dude, you put a whole bunch of drunk fuckers in a building. There is no social distancing.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely no way.
Absolutely
So
not.
I was looking through my phone and from like maybe 3 years ago. It was the last beer fest that Jesse went to.
Yeah.
And I have pictures that I don't fucking remember taking.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
And it's like, she remembers me saying, let's make a silly face. And like taking,
That's not something Tim wants to do on the regular basis, by the way. I can only imagine Tim going, that's silly FaceTime.
and then taking a fucking selfie. And I took one with you. I took one with Jesse. I took one
All
with
separate ones?
with Micah. Yes, all separate ones. I was so drunk. Like I remember coming home. I remember all that stuff, but I don't remember. Like, there's a block of time that I do not recall whatsoever.
Yeah, I feel like that generally happens at the Big Texas Beer Fest. And we do it smart usually, and not usually. Every time I've gone to Big Texas Beer Fest, I've taken the train from Fort Worth to Dallas so that I don't have to worry about driving, because there's no way in hell I can drive after going to this thing, or any of us can drive after going to this thing. And almost every single time we've had an issue where we've gotten off on the wrong stop, we missed the train. I fell asleep on the train with Tab's dad for 2.5 hours or 3 hours maybe. We fell asleep and the train kept going back and forth between North Dallas and downtown.
I'm sitting there watching on Find My Friends, And I'm like, man, they're bar hopping. They just keep going back and forth, back and forth.
Was that whenever you met us up at TNP? Was that whenever, or what you met us up somewhere?
This was a different time because I had date night with Tab. He had date night with his wife, my mother-in-law, and both of us fell asleep on the train. And so we wake up and like he's holding his shoulder because he had fallen and he like he still has a bump on his shoulder. He screwed his shoulder
like he
up
legit broke it. He broke something.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we had to get like Chase. Thank goodness for Chase. He drove all the way out to Dallas to pick us up because we were on the last train. There was no way to get back to Fort Worth. And so he had to drive all the way to Dallas, pick us up to take us back so that we can get like things thrown at us by both of our wives, basically. It was fun. That was before I was married. So this is like one of my first interactions with my father-in-law. So that was a pretty good story with him. It was a good time.
So last time that we all went,
yeah,
we get on the train and Danny had it in his little brain, because I'm throwing him under the bus on this one. He had it in his brain that we're on the wrong fucking train. I'm like, I'm sober-ish. I'm drunk, but I'm like not that drunk. And he's like, the train moves and goes to the next stop, and he's like, we gotta get off. And these motherfuckers all get off, and I just sit there and watch them.
Yeah, Tip makes it home. We get off the train, and I'm like, well, now what? He's like, oh, you know what? That was the right train. And so we're like in the medical district and we're like a 10-minute walk from a Denny's. And so we just like the trains are every hour. So we walk over to Denny's. We have some like late night or, breakfast for dinner. And then we make it back just in time to get back on the train to go. So, I mean, it worked out, but it was just, it's always a shit show. Okay. Back on subject. Javier, it's your turn to talk about how you treat yourself.
Just like Soto,
Treat yourself.
I am a simple man.
Hardly.
Literally hardly. Her name was Lee. She was a masseuse. No, I'm kidding. No, it's I don't know what her name was. No. I mean, I'm really simple. I mean, I treat myself by coming home during lunch, and I'll take a quick nap. I like having a nice drink, like a nice drink of alcohol when I come home from work.
Drink of alcohol.
Yeah, a drink of booze or
like
something.
a little sip of sip.
A little sip of alcohol.
Shoes. I like buying shoes. That's my thing. That's what I'm known for.
Yeah.
Man,
do they still does buying shoes still bring you the same pleasures that it did once?
Not like it used to. Like I bought like 3 pairs of shoes in the past week, and like I mean, it's fine and dandy, but I don't. I'm not the way it used to. But other than that, I have my hammock, my Supreme hammock. And here lately, I've been using it outside and just rocking back and forth. It's a lot of fun.
Supreme hammock.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look around Javier's house and you're just going to randomly find Supreme stuff. He's got like Supreme Band-Aids, Supreme backpack.
Yeah. Supreme backpack there. There's like a Supreme Colgate toothpaste.
Supreme toothpaste? The hell's wrong with you?
Supreme like thermos. Like it's everywhere.
You got that Supreme
He buys things that he doesn't need.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I want that jerry can.
No, it's mine.
Yeah, I know.
No, I mean, treat yourself in the ways that, taking time out to mentally unwind, even if it's just for like 10, 20 minutes. Like when you get a chance when you're at work, if you can just like sit there and breathe and close your eyes. And I mean, every now and then I'll be at the shop and I'll just sit in my chair, like outside when I'm working on a car, and I'll just chill. And I mean, that's
just
fine too.
Just taking that few minutes.
That's all. I mean, you don't need much. I mean, we all have different ways of unwinding and treating ourselves. Mm-hmm. But I mean, even get like coming here for this. Like I treat myself also by doing this podcast. Me too. It's time away from the real world. I get a couple of hours to be with my friends and get to record and try different things, try new beers, talk about our week. And that's a real definition of unwinding, because you're letting all of that week go. You're like releasing it out. You're letting it out in the world. So that's like, this is doing this like is the ultimate unwind, like the way I treat myself.
Sometimes I wish I was in like Russia, because I could just go out and just like blast off some AK-47 rounds. and get away with it, that'd be my treating myself.
Would you just shut the hell up?
This was a fucking sentimental moment.
What he just said was so sweet and so nice and so thoughtful.
Oh, I know.
And then you just go, fuck it up.
You just shit all over it.
You know what, Javier? I really like what you said.
Thank you.
I think that it was beautiful. And I, too, think that we should be taking more time to think about those things. Like with my Apple Watch, I always dismiss like the take a breath. You know, like I just like dismiss it like it's not even there. And so this past week, I've been trying to like, you know, to actually take the breath, like go through the whole thing because it like actually makes you feel good, right?
To woosah.
Yeah. To sit back for an entire minute and just do some deep breathing to kind of like reset, to get your mind right. And then, you know, again, just, I don't know if it's like the breathing or the blood flow or whatever, but it kind of just resets you to think about what's important and what's not.
Yeah, it's just like what the great Fife Dog said. Sit back, relax, and let yourself go. Don't sweat what you heard, but act like you know.
That was just beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Out of all the episodes I've listened to, this is the realest I've ever heard.
It's all like dick and pussy jokes, and
I really assumed that that's what we were going with your treat yourself.
we got a mask that we're gonna put on, right?
Yeah, we've got a mask we're gonna put on. Our buddy,
it's
over,
a ball gag, Soto. Guess who's first?
Guess who's the gift tonight?
No, our buddy LDP over he does the It's Probably You podcast also here in Fort Worth. Go check him out if you haven't already. On his recent podcast, they were talking about guilty pleasures, and he talked about this mask that he does, this charcoal mask, and he was like, he wouldn't say it on air. He wouldn't say what he uses, but I hit him up, and so it's Black Wolf, apparently. It's just like a, you know, mask that you put on your face, and you just let it set for 15 minutes or so. We're going to do that. And then, Tim, you got us some, like, moisturizing gloves?
Yeah, for your hands and feet.
I'm just going to do the hands, though, I think.
Oh, no, we're doing both.
Dude, I got shoes on.
You're going to make your feet soft.
Okay. Before we get into that, though, we did have, or if y'all want to go ahead and get that like started already, I can read through some of our Instagram, because we asked our Instagram followers, like, what are some things that they do to treat themselves?
I'm going to put this mask on.
Okay, go for it, man. Okay, cool. All right. So some of the things that people do to treat themselves, one was sushi. One said carbs, champagne, and travel. All three of those are pretty legit.
I knew that was wrong.
Buying the Barney Stinson Funko Pop. That's right, Javier. Woo. Who do you think that was?
Jared.
Yeah. Just realized that I never do this. That's so sad. Hopefully you've taken the opportunity to go, hey man, maybe I should be treating myself. I deserve it. So maybe you change that up. Another one was a bottle of wine and a boiling hot bubble bath. Sounds pretty good.
That sounds really good.
Yeah. Guns. I used to just buy guns just because, you know, like that actually used to be one of the ways that I used to let off some steam, is going to the range, shooting pistols or whatever, or going to the deer lease. I don't do that anymore.
If you had to say, if you had more guns than that person that said guns, would you have more guns than him?
What?
Do you think you'd have more guns? What are you doing?
What'd you say?
If the person who said guns, if they buy guns, do you think they have more guns than you?
I think they have more guns than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got enough.
Yeah.
Would you say you had more than 10?
Right at.
Oh my God.
Right at.
I only have one gun.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, you only got two hands.
100 guns, I mean. I have
they're
100.
for different situations. I mean,
Like
if I'm
what
going to
kind
go,
of situation?
so I got my shotgun, right? If I'm going to go turkey hunting, or if I'm going to go dove hunting or something like that, I've got my deer rifle for obviously deer, like my 270. I've got my AR. If I'm going to go hog hunting, because sometimes they come out in herds, and I like to, get a couple if I can. And then pistols. I got various pistols for home defense or for going to the range. What's wrong? What's wrong with that? Why are you shaming me, bro?
No, I'm not shaming you. I'm just curious. Like,
I'm not going to wield all weapons at once. Who does that?
I mean, is he a secret vigilante?
He is. Oh, no, I think maybe that's Tim.
You fight
Yeah,
crime.
Tim's like a secret anarchist.
Tim's the one you don't want to
believe
have
that.
10 guns.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of guy that you're probably like, okay, that's probably a good thing.
That mustache and guns don't mix.
Big facts. Big facts. Another one said clap, fire, and then smoke. So I'm just I'm assuming.
Is that weed?
I think so. Yeah. Shop till I drop. tattoos, new vinyls. You used to buy a lot of vinyls.
I still do.
You still do?
Yeah, I bought RTJ4 and Jay Dilla's Donuts album because that was his final album. God damn it!
What?
What the fuck are you doing?
That's right. I think that's right.
I don't know.
Are you? I thought. What the fuck? You look so fucking. Get the fuck out of my house!
Tim's got his mask on. Another one, shop till I drop. I said that one. Tattoos, new vinyls, buying friends' art, and seeing family or friends. Say Zeus. I ate a huge can of beans, light candles, put on music, draw a hot bath, and it's a DIY jacuzzi.
Oh my gosh.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Miss you, buddy.
Cake, pie, beer, pizza, very food and alcohol based treats, and Amazon. So we had some really good ones on there, some of which we said, some of them we didn't. But there are tons of ways that you can kind of treat yourself.
I didn't even say weed. I'm surprised I didn't say weed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You smoke weed to treat yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah? Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
I'm concerned. So I'm concerned about this mask.
You and Soto go. God damn it!
It gets
Me,
all
I'm
over your
supposed to go?
hands.
Yeah, you gotta put a mask on.
I decided to put on some trouble areas of my face. I couldn't do my whole face because it's very sticky and gets everywhere.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is. I don't feel like I did it right. Okay, those listening or watching, did I do it right? Is this what it's supposed to look like?
I think you're supposed to have it all over your face.
I don't, dude. There's no way I could get that all over my face.
Why not?
Like it was so sticky, and I kept rubbing it.
God damn
And
it!
it was just like coming off.
Looks like you have tar on your
It
face.
feels like I got tar. I think it's one of those blackhead ones that like, it's gonna peel off.
So it's got to harden. So it's got to be on there for like a good 10 minutes.
I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to hurt. I'm sure it's not like getting wax. I mean, you've gotten your eyebrows waxed, so I mean, it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, like once.
Also, you should be able to have enough surface to where you can pull it off. And
I definitely don't.
no, you don't.
No, that shit's thin.
How come you didn't put it on your cheeks?
I was concerned about that.
Oh my God.
I have hair that's like there, and
So do I, and I'm just gonna still do it anyway. Sorry, guys. Shit.
This is ridiculous. I'm actually. So we can hear them in the bathroom, and they're I think they're applying it for like to each other.
On their testicles.
Oh, that'd be terrible. Exfoliate though, but
Yeah. Yeah. Got to get the air in there.
after you hit it with the Manscaped. This episode brought to you by Manscaped.
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 You don't want your girl to have pubic hair in her mouth, do you? Manscaped. Shave your balls.
Okay, so I'm being told that I was supposed to do my whole face. The issue though is I honestly don't think I could get it all over my face. Hey, we're being told it's supposed to be all over your face.
We got beards, or I got a beard.
I know. That's your own problem. I have a mustache.
You look like a funky raccoon.
You look like you're about to go hunting.
You look like a shitty football player.
You look like a shitty soccer player.
You look like Pocahontas about to go on a hunt.
You look like one of those like fake mechanics.
You look like a shitty ginger. You look like that fucking Mortal Kombat guy, the Nightwolf. You look like a Nightwolf. Yeah, that's fucking Ultimate Warrior. Holy shit!
What is that fighter? The
Ultimate Warrior.
No, Sting or
Yeah, Sting. He looks like Sting in Ultimate Warrior.
That's exactly what I thought of. I have no earthly idea what I'm doing.
So
All right, Javier, your turn.
are we doing at-home waxing next?
Yes, full body.
Because I'm being told that that's worse than whatever we did.
Oh yeah, for
I'm
sure.
also was told that it's supposed to be your whole face and not your trouble areas.
Well, you have a lot more face. Like I've got a lot of like beard going on.
What do you mean I have a lot more face?
Well, like you just have one spot with hair. The rest of you can put your mask on. I've got a beard. I can't just put it everywhere.
I feel like I just went all in, and like Tim barely like.
Dude, you got
put
some on. You got some in your hair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously,
But did y'all have trouble whenever you were stopped, like whenever you were trying to rub it on your, like
Yes.
on your face? Like it was like coming off.
Yeah.
yes,
So did you just apply more?
Yeah.
kind of.
I,
You
okay.
gotta layer it, man.
If it's getting tight.
Yeah, because it's drying. I'm afraid that my glasses are gonna have it all over. Like it's sticking to my glasses a little bit.
How are you supposed to get this off?
Oh, okay. You're like, you look like you just rubbed shoe polish all over your face. Like someone was playing a practical joke and like you wiped your face with a towel and it just had shoe polish on there. and you were so stupid that you didn't look in the mirror and you walked out. That's what your face looks like right now.
We look like Home Alone burglars. like that's what we look. That's what he's saying. That's what we look like.
Yeah, like you're the burglar. You're the hamburglar. That's what you look like. Throw some white and black stripes on.
This is a good time. I think that this was a fantastic
Warm
idea.
water. Okay, so warm water and loofah. Javier, you got a loofah?
I'm just gonna drive home like this.
I don't think it's safe to keep it on your face that long.
Oh man, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, Jess said that warm water and loofah is the best way to get it off. That's good to know.
I don't think it's gonna come off.
I thought
wait a second. What if LDP is like fucking with us?
he never bought this shit.
He never bought this shit. He's like
these idiots.
These idiots.
This is like one of those things that you play a prank on your friend and it says like it sells as a charcoal mask, but it actually is just like black tar.
Or it's like fucking permanent marker. Like it'll eventually come off. Like days later.
Dude, how awesome would it be if you went on vacation to Vegas this entire week and you had
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have to come up with like some like excuse like I have a condition.
I've got a condition called black nose and forehead.
It's real, man. Look it up.
Jesus. Drink your Calamocos and then we're gonna open the champagne up.
I'm gonna get additional screening at the airport now.
I don't think that's okay.
I'm just saying they're gonna look at me and they're gonna be like, "You got weird shit all over your face."
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you were getting at.
I feel like you don't have enough though. That's the thing. Like
Popping bottles.
Like I went all out. I was just like move fast and put it on there. Now I look like a 90s wrestler.
Your face is smooth like a baby, Soto.
I moved slow.
I don't even think you've ever. Do you even shave? Your face is naturally smooth, right?
Well, I got to shave my mustache and a little bit of stubble, but that's about it. I can't grow nothing on the sides.
You want some champagne, Soto?
Champagne?
Yeah,
I'm being told to calm down. Like it's just gonna come off. I'm just scared.
Soto didn't know what he was getting himself into. He was very when I was trying to text him and give him the rundown on what we were going to do. Until first thing I said is like, bring a robe. It's like, what the hell are we doing? I was like, we're doing a treat yourself. We're going to be relaxed. We're going to drink some good stuff, have a good food spread, and treat ourselves. And he seemed reluctant to even show up. But I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, man.
Like this is something that like I feel like most men don't do this.
No.
They're like, and maybe we should start doing more like skincare.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when we get old, we're going to be wrinkly sons of bitches.
I think that's a benefit to having oily skin because, like, I don't know, just I never take care of my skin and I look 12.
I'm going to look like a ball sack. Like, I'm going to be 80 years old and my full face is going to look like someone's nuts.
Bro, you're going to be 40 looking like that. You've got a few years till then.
I'm going to be 35 looking like that. Like I've got a few days.
Tomorrow.
Literally tomorrow.
Tomorrow you're going to look like that. When this episode hits the podcast land, you're already going to be old enough to be looking like a ball sack.
I'm going to be in a nursing home.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this good?
You look like someone from Duck Dynasty.
What did you do? What did you do?
This is how it's supposed to go, right?
I think so. No, honestly, I think he did it right.
I need y'all both to look at me, though.
How did you get it on so like thick like that?
Holy shit,
There's none left, is there?
There's still plenty left. I don't know why y'all sugarcoated it.
Like you look like one of those like you look like in a cartoon where like you looked at an oil can and someone pushed the plunger in and it shot oil all over your face. That's what you look like.
Keep doing it. Do the peace sign again. I can't like.
We're being told that you did it right, but
No, yeah. I definitely think he did it right.
I feel like my tears are going to ruin this thing because I'm crying because I'm laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Did we just pop champagne?
Yes, drink your wine here.
We did.
oh my gosh! Like I want to go put the gloves on, but the issue is like I won't be able to touch anything. I don't think. I don't know. I'm gonna go get those package. I'm gonna get the package.
Yeah.
Dude, we got to go all in. Got to go all in, baby.
Definitely went all in.
Oh man.
My phone isn't reading my face. Holy shit! Look, it didn't fucking read it. Oh my fucking god!
Well, I wonder why. Look at your face. Okay, we got these intensive repairing gloves with coconut oil, milk extract, and hyaluronic acid.
I was told it's supposed to make your hands really, really soft.
Okay. Should we light these cigars while we're doing this or no?
Let's do it.
Why are you
Let's do it.
gonna do it with the gloves?
Yeah, we'll light the cigars and then put on the open the door up. Jesus. this whole thing.
You know, one of the ways I like to treat myself is by wearing gloves and smoking cigars. This is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, you're gonna have to cut all this out. I'm making all sorts of sounds on the table.
okay.
You smoke cigars, Soto?
I'll try.
Oh my god, I'm still crying from you coming out of the bathroom.
I'm just like,
You look like the Swamp Thing. Or what was that? Shit! What was the video where he drinks something out of the shoe? Oh, Greg.
Well, Greg.
oh, Greg.
That's exactly what it is.
So we're gonna smoke and then put these on.
Yeah.
All right. I like how Tim was like, I don't think I did it right or some shit. This is it, baby. This is how you do it. This is how you.
Okay, so I'm looking at this. I don't think I'm doing this right either. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that right.
Did you read the instructions?
Nope.
Just
Do you not know how to light a cigar?
Game on. I'm not lighting the cigar. I'm putting gloves on.
So these cigars are from Dominican Republic. So I've had them a little bit, so hopefully they're still good. They were in a humidor, so hopefully they're still good.
Okay.
you're supposed to tighten the thing around it and kind of like seal off the gloves.
Well, I didn't do that.
Well,
I think I'm going to do this before I start smoking the cigars.
Y'all can do that. I mean, I figured it out. You seem like you know these. Have you worn these before?
I mean, I've read the instructions. I mean,
I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Jay said that he hopes this shit isn't flammable as we light these cigars up.
How does this work? Is this equal?
Yeah, that's your hand.
There's a good chance that these are freaking flammable.
What's hydrolonic acid? What is it?
Feels like you're.
Oh, I've been out of the meth game for a long time. I don't remember.
Hyaluronic acid.
Feels like a cow's
I believe that's something we used to use to cook with.
So maybe we should X and A on the cigars, eh?
No. We're doing it live.
Okay, you wanna pop this in your mouth then, Tim? I'm gonna dip it in honey like we did when we were in Cuba.
In Cuba, like I feel all right. These feel nice. They feel gooey, but they feel nice.
Let's test with Tim on top of all the expensive equipment.
This feels like a wet vagina. Oh, did you bring a wooden spoons? My face feels hard.
How's that taste, Tim?
These smell good.
It's all right.
These smell really good.
All right, who's up for the cigar?
Hold on, I gotta put my magic gloves on. If the glove does not fit, you must.
Haha, Jay. They didn't catch on fire.
Yet. Y'all should take that off. No, we're supposed to take when are we supposed to take the mask off? Like legit. Like, are we supposed to take? Should we take it off now? Is it going to cause any adverse reactions? That's the question.
There's honey on the end, so just be mindful of that.
Ooh. Oh my god, I shouldn't do that. I look like a minstrel show performer.
It's like, where are you going with like you look like a minstrel show?
Oh my god, my lip. Look at this. It's terrible.
Oh, she's saying that we should take it off now because we're gonna have like red face.
Look at this.
You look like a mime. That's what you are. You're a mime. You're a fucking fancy clown.
This is really great.
Hold on. You got to get the cigar. Come here.
Oh, my man. This is going to be really bad. I can never run for public office. Here, I'll light it up. It's okay.
Here you go. And then I want to get a picture of you.
Here, give me some more light.
He's got the. Oh, you can use the lighter if you want to.
No gloves.
Oh, I got you.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, Jess said that we should only have it on for 10, 15 minutes max. Here, I got to get you. Jessica said that my face is going to be super red, which is really, I guess, no real change.
Absolutely none.
So, Jay, call me out tomorrow if my face looks super red on our calls.
Or better.
I bet it does.
I bet, yeah, it's going to be bad.
I don't think it'd be that bad. Your forehead might be.
I think it'll be red for now, but luckily we're doing this at night. In the morning, I think it'll be all right.
Unless it intensifies during the night.
True.
Oh, you're out. You're out.
Happy birthday, Timothy.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday
Man.
to you.
So not only is it treat yourself, it's a birthday special.
Happy birthday, dear Timothy. He's 69 years old, everybody.
I feel like
Happy birthday to you.
that was beautiful.
Don't blow
was
on it, though,
beautiful.
because we're probably all going to eat this cake, and I don't want COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't wave your flammable gloves over it. That seems safe. That hardly seems safe at all. Yay! Did you make a wish?
I did.
Okay, good.
I wish you all go away. Leave me alone.
Well, your wish will come true in about an hour.
Happy birthday, you son of a bitch.
All right, I think that about wraps it up.
Thank God.
Dude, this was one of the most fun episodes I think I've ever had. You're lucky to be here. Really.
You know what? I take it back. You are absolutely right. This is an experience. I never would have done this on my own.
Right.
So I'm glad I can say I've done it.
Well, we're glad that you're here, Soto. Thank you for pitching in on the Patreon. Of course, everyone out there, we do have a Patreon out there on our website, thefunkypanther.com. You can donate. If you donate as much as Soto did or Jared did, you can actually come on the show. It will not be this lavish, I can promise you that, but it will be fun. It will. I say lavish.
Yeah, ask Jared. It was not lavish at all for him.
But it's fun. It's a good time. But thank you for listening. Thank you for watching out there on the Twitcheroo, on YouTube. We appreciate everybody. Again, go to our website, thefunkypanther.com. You can watch, listen, subscribe. Go to our social media at The Funky Panther. Thank you. I'm Chad.
Come over here.
And I'm Tim.
We are
The Funky Panther!
Treat yourself, baby.
Treat yourself.
Yourself.